I would say that the situation of the heating and cooling sector is very fragmented. It depends very much from one member state to the next what the situation is. My particular area of expertise is district heating, but of course it's part of a broader question. The first thing I would say is that it's so nice to see that we're beginning to have a discussion about heating and cooling at all at European level. Heating and cooling is something like half of the energy mix, and yet we have rarely discussed it in Brussels, with this tendency to consider that it's a local issue to be dealt with locally. The truth is that the whole of the energy system is and should be connected, and with that in mind, it's important to think at the same time about electrical power, about thermal energy, and how we might connect them in order to make a better system. When it comes to my particular sector, district heating, we see a market share of something like 13% across the UK, but this masks, as I said, a very high diversity from one member state to the next. So particularly in the Scandinavian markets, we see that large cities are heated almost entirely with efficient district heating and cooling. It's also very widespread in a number of member states towards Eastern Europe, and we see it emerging in recent years in Western Europe, in markets like the UK and France, where it hasn't played much of a part in the past.
Which country could be taken as an example of best practice?
Well, the obvious answer is Denmark. So Denmark has an extremely high penetration of district heating, as I said, particularly in its city centers, but even moving out towards areas of lower heat density. And there are fantastic things to see in Copenhagen and Aarhus, for example. And what's really impressive is the way that they have approached the whole of the energy system with a plan. And district heating has come out not as an objective in and of itself, but simply as a solution for meeting some very important needs. Getting beyond individual countries, you can also see fantastic examples in different cities all across Europe. So in Warsaw, in Frankfurt, in Paris, in London, in Berlin, you see district heating being used as a solution to deliver clean, efficient energy into our city centers. And as part of this broader energy transition, we really are going to need to do that. Cities are going to be key, heating is going to be key, and district heating is a great way to deal with both of those things.